Hi everyone, it's Rachel for Cyber Sports Network, and I'm here with MaximusBlack. We spent a weekend together earlier this month at QuakeCon in Dallas, Texas, and now you're here as a competitor, but we brought you to QuakeCon as an entertainer. So first I want to talk about our whole project at QuakeCon. It was based around you. You were a big focal point. A lot of fans came out to see you, and through your Kickstarter with CSN, we managed to raise like a ton of money to help fund the tournament. So what was that like for you?
It was definitely a new experience. It was Andrew from CSN. He actually told me that it was different from MLG, and I've only ever been to MLGs in the NASL, and it definitely was. So basically, Andrew approached me. We worked. He thought I'd be a really good, personality to have there, and I started up the Kickstart. And I want to thank all the Bouses and Bousettes out there that chipped in and made it as successful as it was. Got to play all kinds of different games, and it was really just a big chill fest with a bunch of nerds, and I loved every minute of it. It was awesome.
Yeah, QuakeCon definitely has a different feel. Here at MLG, it's all based around competition. There are pro players here, and there exists that at QuakeCon, but we were in the BYOC, which was all fans, all gamers just bringing their consoles in, their towers in, and playing in our tournament. So what games do we play at QuakeCon?
Well, I played a lot of StarCraft, I know that. I dabble with League of Legends a bit. Offensive Combat I played a lot of. That game was awesome, and I want to do some coverage on that on my channel, because that game was so much fun, and if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out. I played a World of Tanks, I think that's what it's called, and it was just too complicated for me, but people, there were some like epic players there, and there was a huge, CSN was holding, we were holding like huge prize pools, and there was tournaments going every hour, and everyone was just having a great time. So played probably dozens of different games, but majority of the time was StarCraft, of course.
Well, one of the things we had on the Kickstarter, actually there were a couple things. You could donate and get like a StarCraft tournament named after you. You could be the king of League of Legends, king of stuff. But you had a few people who donated just to see you do silly stuff. One was like wear a cowboy hat. The other was like hang out with you for half a day. What did the fans do that actually got to come and see you and hang out like that?
Yeah, there was a group of guys. We all just sort of hung out for the majority of a day and relaxed, ate lots of pizza, and played games. But the most embarrassing thing was the cowboy hat. I thought for sure that it was just going to be like one of those authentic type, manly cowboy hats, but they gave me one of these pink, barely fit my head cowgirl hats, I guess, and it was like really embarrassing, and I had to wear that for the majority of the day, and everybody was looking at me. It didn't really help that I was one of the very few black guys there, so I was like already standing out, and then I was like really standing out. But it was all in good fun, and I absolutely loved it. It was a great time. As
a blonde chick at that event, I totally relate. They were the pink hat though was awesome. You look really cool in it. I think I have a sweet picture of you where it's like rippling muscle and like a little pink. Anyway. That was when you were on CheckSix. You actually went through a team change since then. It's actually very sad. CheckSix, one of the oldest gaming franchises, closed its doors, and you were there in its final hours. What was going on at CheckSix?
Yeah, actually, my mind was just sort of all over the place a little bit while I was at QuakeCon, because that was when I heard we were disbanding. And as soon as a couple of other teams heard that I was obviously going to be a free agent pretty soon, I talked to 3 different teams, and Quantic was definitely the best fit for me. They understand that I'm an entertainer. I like to cast. I like to be on my streams and do that sort of stuff. And they also know that I'm not at the professional level as a player as obviously the roster. So we worked something out where I'm signed on as a media personality where I can continue to keep doing what I want to do. But the great thing is every single week the players on the team are going to coach me so I can become a pro, and then when I become a pro, then I'll be added to the roster and so on and so forth. And it just, they understand that what I can do for them, and they can do for me. So it was just like a perfect match, and I hope that I can become, a professional player under Quantic, and of course using Razor's gear. And I also got signed on to the Razor Academy as well, which is awesome, and you're part of that. So I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of each other as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great to see you here at MLG. You actually were in the open bracket, so how did that go?
It went a lot better than I thought it was going to. I won a couple of rounds. The last MLG I was at, I only won once, and it was against like a platinum player. This time around, I played a current, well, he was Grandmasters last season. He didn't quite get in this season, but I was really happy with how I performed there, and I also beat a really high-level Terran as well. I've been working a lot on my PVT, and it was nice to be able to, because before when I laddered, I would just sort of play games and just grind it out, but now that I've had coaching from coaches and people from Quantic, we kind of set up a game plan, and it was nice to be able to work on a specific thing and then sort of do it as I planned, and it all worked, and I won some games. Of course I lost, but we'll see what happens on the next MLG.
Absolutely. I guess we'll be able to keep up with you until then via your stream, of course, very popular stream. And why don't you give us all your links?
Yeah, sure. It's twitch.tv/legTV MaximusBlack. And we also have Life's a Glitch TV on YouTube. And you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/legTV.
Great. Is there anyone else you want to shout out?
Absolutely. I want to give a big thanks to Quantic for signing me on and all the sponsors, the Razer Academy, Machinima Versus, DB Vision, and of course Twitch TV. And I want to give a big shout out to all the Bouses and Bousettes out there that continue to support me, and of course you as well. Thank you very much. It's always good seeing you.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching. We're at MLG Raleigh.